Good morning, and I am here at beautiful Lake Harmony with a inflatable small ball, and I just want to share with you a few moves that I'm doing while traveling for a little extra mobility in my spine and incorporating Pilates principles. So here we are at the dock at the lake, and we're going to take this ball just behind the middle of the shoulder blades to begin, and supporting the head. Make sure you're holding at the base of the skull, lift the hips up, and just enjoy a roll along the upper spine. Now the key here is to feel like you're really breathing deeply, and you can go as slowly as you want, trying to keep the spine and pelvis horizontal. Now I'll also show you an arm position I've been loving recently, which is, I call it mohawk arms, but it's bringing your forearms and elbows together and then taking the hands up over the head and doing that same little rolling. And what this does is it opens up your shoulder in a little different way. Now with your choice of arms and the ball at the base of your shoulder blade, let the hips sink down and take a nice huge arch backwards. Hopefully your head touches the ground if the spine is flexible. If not, no worries, but you can squeeze the elbows together gently. Aim for the forearms to be side by side. And you can do this in a couple different positions. So I'm just going to move an inch up on my ball. Move an inch down on the ball. All right, we'll do some nice big curls up now. So arching back over the ball. Again, your choice of arms, and exhale, curling up. Feeling abdominal contraction, feeling the back of the neck long. Inhale, big breath to open the ribs. And exhale, the side waist narrows in, your lower belly flattens. Coming up high enough that you're using less support from the ball and more from your own core. One more big breath again. You can definitely go slower than I'm going if you like. All right, and we'll go into a few Pilates roll-ups. So just reaching your ball out in front, legs super long, rolling back. Arms to sky or back overhead. Inhale, arms to ceiling, and exhale, anchoring the legs as we smoothly roll up and go for the toes. Taking your time, letting the shoulders soften down from ears. The lower belly firm and flatten. And breath out rolls you back up. The top movement is a really important moment where you can get a nice big stretch to your middle and lower back. So right here, I'm thinking of drawing the belly backwards as the arms reach forward and the thighs engage. And we'll flip on over to the stomach next. So I love using the ball to help as a different method of getting unique angles in the upper spine. But first, I'm going to start with just chest down, face down. So a little bit of a upper back extension preparation here. I feel like my ball is about to roll into the pond. Okay. Keeping your nose down, navel away from the ground, just see what you can do of your own accord, lifting from the top of the spine, lifting from the shoulder blades, leading your extension. And then melt the chest and nose down. The whole while, we want to keep your lower belly pulled in tightly away from the ground. And then gently think of stretching your chest and spine forward as we lower down. I think of this sequentially from the top of the spine just to right in the mid-thoracic, right between the shoulder blade area. Okay, so that's like your check-in, your little assessment of how far you can go. Now we make it a little more interesting. Placing the ball under your sternum. I know if you're a female and on the bustier side, it might not be comfy, so you can always use a slightly deflated ball or just skip the ball. All right, we're gonna now let the spine drape over the ball. and do that same action of lifting the chest and shoulders. I can feel already a better movement of my scapula, downwardly rotating, drawing together, drawing backward. Be sure that your belly stays tightly engaged as we get that chest lift happening. And of course, you can use mostly strength from your back, but additionally a little bit of support from your arms if you want to increase that extension. What you don't want to do is just crank into your lower back. So that is not as useful. It's better to keep your lower belly a little engaged and try to maintain lots of space and length for the lower back. You can also try different arm actions, like the arms floating up with you. Really great for middle traps, rhomboids. And then letting the chest sink and forearms melt into the floor. Anytime tension occurs, you can just give yourself a little shake or really focus on your breathing. All right, so then the recheck is to see how you do without the ball. So removing the ball from the equation, I check in again. I'm not sure how it looks, but it definitely feels more mobile. I definitely feel a lot less stickiness in that upper spine area. And a little improvement in my scapular glide as well, the movement of the shoulder blades. I'm going to press up for one nice big arch. Bend an elbow to turn and face my feet. Straighten the arm. Bend and turn and face the feet. Catch a quick view of the lake. And melt it down. All right, we're gonna flip over and work a little bit of Pilates one leg circle. One way I love to use a ball is as a stability challenge. So totally optional here, but I'm gonna take the ball behind my left calf, ankle, or foot, and the right leg up to the ceiling. Arms pressed down thoroughly, and go into my circling, trying to keep that left leg really stable, really well anchored. Arms are key, of course, here too. Let's reverse it. Try to feel your ribs sinking down. Yes, I feel the wobbles coming into that left leg, but that's the challenge. And then just give yourself a nice stretch, knee drawing into the chest. Give yourself a gentle spine twist. It may be helpful to come off the ball there. And we'll get side two. So now the right leg on the ball, the left leg up to the ceiling. You can see, oh, I'm feeling so stiff, but this feels really nice to get that little bit of hip mobility. Right leg stays pressing heavily into ball. And reverse those circles. Energy reaching through the left sits bone so that stays nice and long. Collarbone stays broad, and we'll hug that knee into the chest. Get a nice deep stretch, and take a gentle spine twist. Coming off your ball might be nice there. All right, next action with the ball. We're gonna place the ball under your sacrum. Deep down, not too high on your spine, but nice and low under the base of the pelvis, and two legs up to the ceiling. A little bit of gentle core work here. What's really nice is we're working on stability because we're on this unstable, semi-inflated ball surface, and we've got a wonderful curve to help support your lower back. So if you struggle with doing this kind of movement without a ball, the ball is really helpful to help put your pelvis in a position, put your spine in a position where you won't feel that lower back strain. If you need a challenge, add on the arms. Arms either just raising to the ceiling or catching the leg as it comes towards you. That stretch feels so nice, and I'm gonna be going on a little hike later. So definitely need this touch of mobility. All right, we're gonna go to two straight legs lower. Now here, you don't wanna go super far because you're all about keeping the lower belly pulled in. Arms stay firmly pressed into the floor. Triceps are active as we press arms into ground. Now, if you do feel the ability to go lower, just make sure that your lower back does not take on the stress. Your lower tummy stays unbelievably tight, well supported, and the feeling of lengthening through your spine is critical. I'm going to take it into a few leg circles here. So legs separate, join. Feeling the back of my skull firm into the floor. And let's reverse those circles. All right, I am landing the feet down and pressing up to enjoy a bridge. Setting the ball aside. And giving myself a little extra mobility here, just a little shifting from shoulder blade to shoulder blade. If you've been carrying tension in your upper back or stiffness in your neck or shoulders, this can be a really nice one to just feel your body weight compress into one shoulder blade, press back up into your bridge, and feel that weight compress into the other shoulder blade. There's no special pattern that your pelvis has to follow. This is more of a mobility task. All right, and we're gonna keep it brief. Just go into a quick side bend here. So a nice mermaid stretch, since we're right by the water. You can hold on to ankle or shin and stretch over massively to one side. Lift up and counter stretch. Trying to reach that sits bone to the ground. It's not gonna happen, but we keep aiming in that direction. Lift to stretch. And over. One more. Breathing. And switching sides. A quick little swivel around. Hold on to that ankle or shin. Massive side bend. Sitting tall in the center. And counter stretch. So movement doesn't have to take long. You can just pick and choose a couple things that feel really good for your body. If you're traveling or having a super busy schedule or you're in unusual locations, every little bit of movement counts. All right, thank you so much for watching. This has been Kimber, mindful food and fitness coach, coming to you from beautiful Lake Harmony and encouraging you to try out some tiny props when you're traveling. This one deflates, so it's super easy. I just take out the pin and then it's flattened in my bag. All right, but of course you can do plenty without props, and your body weight is enough for a really great workout. Thank you again for watching, and take a moment to like and subscribe and let me know what you want more of in the comments below. Take care.